What's going on, everybody? Back again. Just want to let y'all know that this is the lesson for today is don't burn your bridges. Don't burn your bridges. I almost burnt a bridge. So story time. Let me let y'all know what's going on. So this is pertaining to a vendor, right? Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please. Let's get it out there, right? Let's get it out there for the young folks who are in the same predicament as me, grinding from the bottom all the way up. Let's get it out there for them, right? And the lesson for today is don't burn your bridges. I almost burnt the bridge, but I was able to save it. So I was trying to become a vendor. Guys, when you're trying to become a vendor, right? It's really hard when you're trying to become a vendor for businesses, companies, right? And sometimes they tend to drag their feet depending on who it is. We're going to put that out there. You guys who grant us the vendor pass, right, of becoming a vendor, y'all need to understand that we grind from the bottom. Y'all don't know what we go through just to get here, let alone we already dealing with junk. You get what I'm saying? Let us in the door. And if you're not willing to let us in the door, lay it out there and let us know so we're not nagging you or calling you, because we do understand that you are having to deal with evictions and trash outs and those kind of things. We understand, and you have a personal life as well too. So we do understand, right? From looking outside in, right? So I went to this lady's office the first time. She was really cool. The second time I meet her, it's been a while, months has gone by. I come back, and when I come back, I'm like, hey, can I take the time to, speak to you and just let you know what I got going on? She looks at me and she's like, not right now. I really don't want to deal with that right now. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I respect that. But the way you saying it, mommy, you smelling yourself. For real. You really smelling yourself. But anyway, you got to keep it professional and, hey, good evening, good afternoon, and all of that, right? So, I bypass it. We go in her office. You know what I'm saying? She's giving me the basic conversation. Not really a fruitful conversation. So, these are the things you're going to have to deal with, right? Even you might want to say, a few things that's rude, you know what I'm saying, or considered rude, but you got to hold your tongue. So we're sitting in the office. She gives me all the information, but she doesn't just give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I have to go out there and go look for it. So I end up finding it. You know what I'm saying? She throws me through the loop. Okay, cool. It strengthens my character. No problem. So I end up finding it. I give it to her. I call my insurance place. I get the endorsement situated. I put her on my insurance policy. And let me tell you, just to piggyback off of this, there's a lot of people that have you go out there and be ready to take you on as a vendor and have you go through all these loops and jumps and hurdles just to get them on.
In a quarter mile, use the left 3 lanes to turn slightly right onto Cross Hill Road.
And not call you again. So do expect that, right? So anyway, I end up doing that. I give her the information and I'm asking her, I'm like, yo, what is taking so long? What is taking, what is taking so long? 2 months have gone by. I'm out here trying to get this paper. You know what I'm saying?
At the light, use the left 3 lanes to turn slightly right onto Cross Hill Road.
Get to the back. And you holding up my process. Let alone it's already hard for a... You know what I mean?
Continue for 1 mile.
And I tell her, I'm like, respectfully, you gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? You one of these, and you gatekeeping. You should be able to understand. You should be able to understand what I'm going through, and you should be able to relate. You know, it's hard out here. So anyway, I let her know how I feel. And you know, these ladies, y'all know y'all ladies who work in these, you know, these positions, you feel like no one can't talk to y'all. I'm a man at the end of the day. I am an alpha. I'm not no sissy, and I do not work for none of y'all. So let's get that straight. But I do appreciate you guys, and I hold you guys in high regards. And I'm willing to go hard and go beyond and above for you. But you gotta meet me halfway. And you got to not take it personal because you're used to telling people what to do, and you're the one who's signing off on things. I don't work for you. I'm a contractor, but I work with you. We are partners. All right? So I tell her in an email, very politely but direct, and she took it personal. So what ended up happening today, fast forward, the maintenance guy from her building ended up calling me because he wanted me to pick up refrigerators and washing machines and dryers, right? Just collecting scrap for free. And she ends up coming out the office and she realizes that it's me. So I'm trying to be respectful and let her know, you know, I do apologize, right? And I think that you got it, you know.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Claremont Drive.
Via email, and I'd like to apologize. But she wasn't trying to hear it. Her remarks were, don't run up on me. I'm not going to run up on you. Not even like that. I'm professional.
Take the second right onto Claremont Drive, then turn right onto Trenham Road.
A proper understanding, right? Because at the end of the day,
at the light, turn right onto Trenham Road.
And I respect women. I truly do. You guys are everything to this world. You get what I'm saying? Without you guys, there wouldn't be no us. And without us, it wouldn't be no you. But I admire women. I love their work ethic. I love their
Continue
mind.
on Trenham Road for 3 miles.
They are amazing. And I keep women at high regards. I am all for woman power. I really, really am. So she ends up seeing me. And she's like, yo, don't run up on me. I'm like, okay. So the maintenance guy did not know because I didn't tell him. I thought she would have told him like, hey, I don't expect her to tell him, but whatever. He did not know. So he was like, he was caught in the middle like, yo, I didn't know that you wasn't cool with her. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. But I don't have no problem with her. But yeah, he was like, oh man. He was like, listen, man, I'll still deal with you, but hey, don't say anything to her because she can possibly get you on the do not come here list, trespassing list, right? And he was like, just don't say anything to her. I said, all right, I'm not gonna say anything to her. So he ends up smoothing it out with her, and she eventually let me stay on the property, but she had her conditions. She was just like, listen, he better not say nothing to me, or he better not come in my office. So then I say, trust me, I'm not going to say not a thing, and I'm not going, when I see her, I'm going to look like I ain't like, I don't see nothing. She could be right in front of me. I'm act like I don't even see her. So I told him that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Cause hey, I ain't finna mess up my little scrap money. You know what I'm saying? My little washing machine, my dryers, I could turn around and flip. You know. So he was like, listen, I'll still call you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? She's real cool peoples. blase, blase, blase. Don't worry about it. I'll smooth it over. So he was like, yo, go down there, take care of all of that, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Go get the washing machines, and I'm going to go ahead and deal with that and smooth it out. So boom, bam, boom. He comes back, a few hours, not a few hours, a few minutes later, and he's like, yo, I smoothed it out. We all good. Yo, just don't say nothing to her. But the way he said it was like, yo, don't say nothing to her, because if you do, your booty is grass. Like on grass. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. The little lingo. So I'm like, trust me, I'm not going to say nothing. So that's the story of not burning your bridges, man. I think I spoke too fast, and sometimes we all can be in situations financially where we have bills to pay, and sometimes our eagerness can ruin things. And I had to learn that with this junk removal business. And this kind of business, sometimes you just have to let it play out. And when I mean let it play out, sometimes you just have to have faith. But at the same time, you got to meet faith halfway, and you got to grind. If you looked at my previous video, I talked about how sometimes you got to do other things to make up for the junk removal money pertaining to junk removal, like flipping mattresses or, doing scrap. It's all environmental safety, right? And those things make fiat, right? Funds. And sometimes you have to flip things. And that's how you gain customers as well, too. I'm a handyman, too, on the side when I'm not doing junk removal. But my business is based on junk removal. That's what I started with, and that's what I'm going with, right? Because it pays the bills, and I actually love doing it, and I've come this far. So, don't burn your bridges, man. Treat everybody respectfully. And sometimes what I learned is, it's like, my question, because I'm going to ask you guys, maybe you guys can leave a comment. What do you do when you want to tell someone about themselves respectfully and not make them feel threatened? It's like you almost can't tell a person about yourself, because you can tell a person about themselves disrespectfully, or you can tell a person about themselves respectfully. And not all people are the same. Not all people are the same, but what I've come to realize is people take it so personal. And I'm like, man, you gotta have a little bit of tough skin. But then again, you're dealing with emotional creatures, and sometimes it's not all about logic, and sometimes you gotta know what time of month it is. You get what I'm saying? Wink, wink, wink. Yeah? You gotta know how to deal with these emotional creatures. Mom taught me that, by the way. My mama taught me that, by the way. So gotta know what time of month it is, man, because you might knock on the wrong door, and you might get what you wasn't looking for. But anyway, the moral of the story is don't burn your bridges. So currently, right now, I'm heading to a customer's house to do the cameras. Well, to install some cameras. She was a junk removal customer, so it still goes, hand to hand. But she asked me to do something which is outside of junk removal. And this is one of those things that I tell you, sometimes you have to do things to make extra funds, I don't have a 9-to-5. And once again, guys, you guys, by supporting me, allow me to grow this business, But in the meantime, between time, I have to do other things to survive, because I have bills, and I have two ladies, a bunch of ladies I have to take care of, my mother, my aunt, and they mean dear to me. So, I stand up to the plate, and, I try to be a man's man, right? try to be a man's man. But anyway, guys, remember, don't burn your bridges. Don't burn your bridges, right? Don't forget, guys, pause. Like, subscribe, and share. We got to get this out there because it's very important. And don't forget as well, if you didn't watch my previous video, I am stationed in Columbia, South Carolina. So if you ever pull up and you guys ever want to chat face to face, hey, tap in, you know, tap in. No problem. Leave me a comment, you know, and we can link and we can talk and we can exchange information. Hey, if you don't speak up, you don't eat, you know? So, like I said, guys, keep it steady and keep it ready. Don't burn your bridges. Don't burn your bridges. Guys, I'm out. Peace.